Hi, good afternoon. My name is April Marie Malone, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to introduce myself. I'm a 34-year-old mother of two. I have a 16-year-old daughter, Kristen, who is in 11th grade. She's a straight A student and in the Honor Society. I have absolutely no complaints with her. She's just a great help around the house and a pleasure to be around. I also have an 11-year-old son, Kevin, and he's in 5th grade, his last year of elementary school, and he's just the funniest guy you could ever imagine, and he's a deep thinker. Um, I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which, in my opinion, is just a filthy city. When I lived there, I lived in an abandoned home with no water and no electricity. It was very cold. The reason for this was my parents were drug addicts on crystal meth. In 1984, my dad died when I was only 5 years old. Through the grace of God, after my dad died, my mom got together with a military man, and we moved to Jacksonville, Florida. While we were here, my mom recovered because she just simply had no access to the drugs that she was addicted to. I was a great student all throughout my educational experience. I graduated in 1996, or I had got my GED in 1996 from Florida State Community College, which at that time was Florida Community College Jacksonville, FCCJ. Um, However, my entire life I was plagued with ill health, with asthma and severe allergies, which later came to be known as severe food allergies. Um, I got married right out of high school. I was only 18 years old, and I did that because of religious dogma, because we had a baby. I had a baby very young at 18. I do not recommend that. Anyway, that was my daughter, 16, my daughter, Kristen, who was 16. We got divorced when I was 21 years old. We just simply weren't the right people for each other. My second marriage was when I was 22, very quickly, and this was a shady man who really left a lot of scars on my psyche. However, he gave me my son Kevin, and who's just the funniest guy you ever met and wonderful. We got divorced when I was 27 years old, and my mom died when I was 28, which was horrible. At that same time, I met my boyfriend Jeff, and we've been together for 7 years. And no, we are not married, and we don't want to get married because our love is valid regardless of what the man says. I came to a point where I was getting in my mid 30s, and I had to make a life decision. I either needed to have my last child, or I needed to have an education. So I decided to get an education, and I make a joke that I had an education baby, and that's what I'm nurturing right now. My third term in, after this term, I'll have 25 credits. I recently got invited to Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and I will be joining that very quickly. I am on the president's list, and I'm very happy about that, and I am enjoying every moment.